Hi, you guys. I'm just sitting here at Natalie's soccer practice, and I was thinking about what I get to post about tomorrow, and I got really excited because I love this topic, and it's about your identity, which is one of your biggest strengths. There's so much research about the importance of having a solid identity, knowing who you are, where you came from, why you're here. So there's 3 experiences that you had in your life in the past that formed your core identity. And these are all traits or characteristics or part of your personality that were already in you, but you decided that they would serve you the best as you had 3 very particular experiences within certain windows of time. So I'm just going to kind of go through with you this genesis of your identity is what it's called. And so the first experience is right around the time when you started to really get a handle on language, like a mastery of language. So right at the end of your toddler years, usually for most people it's about around 3 years old. So you have this experience where you realize something's wrong here, and what's wrong is me. You decide that. That might not actually be the reality, but you decide that whatever problem you're experiencing is because of you. And so then to solve that problem, you decide a way to be that's going to serve you the best. And then from then on, that's like the core personality trait that you rely on to like make things better, to solve things, to make sure things don't go wrong, anything like that. So I'll give you an example of mine. So I was about 4 years old, and we had a friend over to play. I had a friend over to play, and she asked if we could have a snack. And my family was super poor, and I knew that we wouldn't have anything that she would deem to be a snack, but she just kept bothering me about it. And so I finally went and asked my mom if we could have a piece of bread. And my mom said, no, you can't have a piece of bread, because if you guys eat a piece of bread, then we won't have enough bread for sandwiches tomorrow for lunch. So I'm sorry, you guys, you just need to just go play. And I was so just mortified that my family was so poor that we couldn't even give my friend a piece of bread to eat when she was hungry at our house. And I don't know if maybe my friend was actually hungry or not, but to me, in my little mind, I was like, this is terrible. And so I decided that I was going to come up with a really cool idea, and I was going to be really enthusiastic about playing that game, or like that playing pretend something. And I was going to be really enthusiastic about it, and I was going to be so enthusiastic about this fun thing that we were going to do that she was going to forget about that she wanted a snack. And she was just going to have fun with me instead of wanting to eat a snack. And so I bet that if any of you know me, one of like the top 5 words that you would use to describe me is enthusiastic, right? Like that's a core part of my personality. And I've relied on that my whole life. And so I bet if you made a list of a few character traits, you could go back if you really took the time, and I could walk you through a meditation for it if you wanted. If you took the time, you could go back to that time when you were super little and you decided something. You saw something was wrong and you decided how you could be to solve that problem. And you've relied on that character trait for the rest of your life. So the second one is right around the time when you're going through puberty, or starting to experience puberty. So the range is a little wider for most people. It's between like 11 and 14. Those statistics might have changed by now because people are going into puberty much younger, but and this doesn't apply to me because That didn't happen to me until I was like 16. So this experience is that you recognize that you don't belong, or you're in a situation and you feel like you don't belong. And so you decide who you're going to be so that you can belong again. And I'm sure that you can see the problem that this causes for teenagers. They feel like they don't belong, and so they decide to be someone that they weren't previously. And for me, this happened when I was in junior high. I was in the 7th grade, and I was sitting at a lunch table with a group of girls, and it came out in the conversation that I was the only virgin at the table. This is in 7th grade. Every single one of the girls went around the table and told about how they had lost their virginity by choice or by force. It was tragic. I grew up in a town that had the 2nd highest teen pregnancy rate in California. So anyway, and so when that happened, I realized I do not belong here, and that is a good thing, that is saving me. And I decided in that moment that if I wanted to live my life and be free and happy, that I had to not be, to not belong, and that was good. And so I decided in that moment that I have to be virtuous. I have to be honest about who I am, and I have to make good choices. So I needed to have integrity. I needed to be virtuous if I wanted to live a successful, happy life. So, and I'm not saying that all the girls there had made wrong choices to lose their virginity, but the vast majority of them had, and they were all laughing about it. Anyway, so that was my second experience. I need to make right choices. I need to be righteous. I need to be virtuous. And again, I'm sure if any of you know me, I'm pretty black and white in my choices. I try my very best to follow the commandments and it's super important to me. It's a core thing. So then the last one is, this is right around the time when you are an emerging adult. So around the age of 18 to 21 is for most people. And this is when you have an experience where you realize, I am on my own. No one else is going to help me to live my life successfully. I am on my own. And sadly, some people, by 25, 26, they still haven't had this experience. And I think that's why we're having this crisis in our country, is that people aren't having that experience of, I need to rely on myself. I'm on my own. I need to do this. And so mine happened to me when I was a freshman in college, and I showed up at school, and my family is super poor, and I was already on scholarships, and I didn't want to take out student loans. I knew I was going to have to work and go to school, and so I was frantically looking for a job. I was going to take any job that I could get. I didn't have a car, so it had to be near, on campus or near campus. And so I was calling all around, whatever, and finally I found this position that was going to be a janitor in the business school building from 4:30 to 7:30 in the morning. And he was like, well, we have one spot left. If you can get here before anybody else walks in the door, then it's yours. And you guys, I had looked everywhere, okay? And so I remember throwing on my flip-flops, I didn't even take the time to find my shoes or whatever, and running from my dorm room across campus to that building. And the whole time I was just thinking, I'm going to get that job. I have to be hardworking. I have to earn this money. I have to be able to provide for myself. No one else is going to help me to do this. If I want to graduate from school, my parents can't help me. I'm not going to get bailed out. I have to be hardworking. And I'm going to show them that I'm that I'm going to be hardworking. And so I betcha all of you who know me know that that is one of my core traits. Man, I work hard. I know how to work. And that was already a part of me. But in that moment, I decided to be successful, I have to be hardworking. And so those are my 3 strong suits. They're called, from those 3 landmark experiences, I decided to put my best foot forward by being enthusiastic, by being virtuous, and by being hardworking. So if you guys need help with kind of figuring out how to rely on those 3 strong suits, and if your strong suit is not a positive one, anything is possible through the atonement, and those 3 core experiences are difficult to rewrite. It takes a lot of belief system work, and there's probably, heart walls associated with that. But it is possible to rewrite that negative. Like maybe you decided that you could be sarcastic to protect people, to protect yourself from other people. And so now you're a sarcastic person. Anytime that you feel like you don't belong, you just get super sarcastic to protect yourself. But you can change that. Or maybe you decided that I'm on my own, so I'm going to be a victim so that people will just take care of me because I can't do it. Like, it's not successful in the long term. So these strengths are something that we can rely on and also teach us so much about our potential and where we can work, especially because any virtue can become a vice. Like, you guys know me, I can just work my tail off and I don't stop because I have learned that I have to be hardworking if I want to be successful, and so it's hard for me to rest. And so there's balance in all things, but yeah. If you have any questions about this, I would love to hear them. I am so excited. There's just a few days left of this program. Please take advantage of it while you can. And yeah, I guess I'll see you later. Bye.